is a Christmas story in Denver. You might not have heard of it until now.
It's the story of the very first Christmas celebrated in the city. This was back in 1858. Denver 7's Angelica Albaladejo takes us back to that time.
2, 1, flip that switch!
These twinkling lights earned Denver the nickname Christmas Capital of the World. But before we started lighting up our streets, the city's Christmas celebrations looked a little different.
1858, the year Denver was founded, was probably the most raucous of all the Christmas parties, with gunfire and fights and a lot of drinking going on.
A history Thomas Noel, better known as Dr. Colorado, says still inspires at least one tradition.
The drinking tradition, which of course has always been with us.
On Christmas Day, 1858, one man got the party started. Richin's Uncle Dick Wooten.
Uncle Dick Wooten shows up from Taos, New Mexico.
With his whiskey, Taos Lightning.
It had chili peppers in it and gunpowder, somewhat deadly concoction, but he served it free for that first Christmas party.
The first big celebration in Denver, established just 1 month earlier by General William Larimer.
The Larimers were here first and named the town, naming it for John Denver, the governor of Kansas Territory.
The name stuck as more settlers arrived.
Gold was the big draw out here. Huge people came for gold. Something like 100,000 people rushed out.
At the first Christmas, a newspaper editor told the poor frozen victims of the states it was as bright and genial as spring in Denver. The men lolled lazily around on the logs, smoking their pipes, telling stories of their mining and hunting.
There was not much quality control. Any kind of wild game you could shoot, they would be serving up. All kinds of things in the stew, including quite a few mice.
With so many mice around,
the first cat sold for $25.
Almost $1,000 today.
That would be the best gift of all, getting a little kitty cat.
We don't actually know if gifts were exchanged, but what's a drunken feast without entertainment?
They would sing some of the traditional Christmas songs that were around at that time, gather around a fire.
Along with toasts of hip hip hurrah and a speech from Larimer.
And on for hours and hours about what a great place Denver would be.
At Larimer Square, more than 160 years later, his vision for the city is still shining bright.
Now we're famous, of course, for the Christmas lighting. Brighter every year, it seems like.
In Denver, I'm Angelica Albaladejo, Denver 7.